Now then, I'm beside myself with excitement because this Thursday sees the release of one of the year's most eagerly anticipated movies, Star Trek Into the Darkness. Could this be Spock's final mission?
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Spock, we're talking about your life!
The rule cannot be broken. It needs to...
Spock! Try to get him back online.
90 seconds to detonations.
Spock were here and I were there. What would he do? He'd let you die.
Oh, wow, Zachary, it's so good to see you.
Nice to see you
Oh,
again.
what a brilliant film.
Oh, thank you.
I absolutely loved it. You know I'm a huge fan anyway.
I do. I remember that from 4 years ago when we were here.
4 years ago was too long. Too long for me to wait.
I know. It's thrilling to be back in London.
It's such a good movie, and so, you know, obviously I'm a huge fan of Star Trek the original anyway, and there's so many references in there. They've been so true to it, like the design. You saw there when Spock was in the middle of the volcano.
Oh yeah.
You know, the whole design of that's what it was like back then. But just it's so good.
That's the great thing I think about this particular film, and JJ at the helm of it is. He really respects the history, but he doesn't necessarily feel tethered to it.
And you don't have to be a massive Star Trek fan. Obviously, you're going to get so much more out of it, but you don't need to be.
That's
You'll still enjoy it as a brilliant piece of cinema.
Yeah, so much of this movie is earthbound. The peril and the threat and what we are fighting to overcome really centers on the ground, on the terra firma. So even though you know, Starfleet exists in space, the real anchor of the movie is the relationships between the characters and what's at stake for all of them.
He's such a complex character, Spock.
Yeah.
What a joy to play, though.
Yeah, really deceivingly. I mean, it's seems because he's a character that a lot of people assume doesn't have any emotions. Which couldn't be further from the truth. He's just a character who doesn't allow himself to express them. And then in this movie, I also get to do the other end of the spectrum, which is a lot of action.
There was a lot of action, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of running. A lot of training.
A lot of running, a lot of training, a lot of training. But I like that, you know, it pushed me to my limits and then pushed me beyond them, and I enjoyed it.
You all have to be in such good shape because those suits are not very forgiving, are they?
Well, I didn't have to wear one of those wetsuits that the other guys had the either pleasure or displeasure of having to squeeze into every day, but I had the opposite end of that spectrum as well because I had that giant volcano, cumbersome spacesuit, heat suit, yeah. But it was great fun. That was a very exciting sequence to shoot, actually. Because as much of it as obviously is green screen, there was a significant amount of it that was actually real flame and embers, and the geography of that set was really precarious.
For all the special effects, and they're amazing, absolutely amazing, it all boils down to relationships between people, and that relationship between Kirk and Spock is really important. And of course, between Spock and Uhuru.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
I wasn't sure about. I was,
Yeah, well, it surprised a lot of people in the first movie, I think, and in this one.
But it's very real. It really is.
Yeah, and the relationship is, I think there's a lot of humor in that dynamic in this film because I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it, you know?
Yes. There is. There's a kind of just how...
Disconnect.
Yes. How they've had a fight.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
that's quite interesting. One of the lovely things is that Leonard Nimoy absolutely gave you his blessing. Now, I have to tell you, he was my first crush.
You told me that last time,
I know. When I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. Can I say, I think I like you the same, if not better.
Really? I've kind of usurped his position?
I think you have.
All right, good.
I
won't tell him that. Hopefully he doesn't tune into British television.
I hope not.
We'll keep that between us.
But what expert casting. And the two of you, I mean, you must have got really close to him, talking to him, studying him, you know, just chatting to him about the character.
I never expected to or thought I would become as close to Leonard as I have, but he's become a primary instrumental figure in my life, actually. We're very close. We see each other as often as we can. I'm very close with his wife and his family as well. So, you know, it's far exceeded my expectations, but it's been such a gratifying relationship personally that it's informed my creative process and my relationship to the character because I have such respect for him. And I see the ways in which his relationship to Spock over the last 45, 50 years has shaped his journey. So,
isn't it amazing how this, you know, what started off as a relatively small TV series, and it's still, people still love it.
Half a century
more
later,
than just it's more than just another part. And Spock, you know, so attractive. Two boys and girls, that's what I like about him. It doesn't matter, do you know what I mean?
Bring it.
It's fine.
Universal magnetism.
Well, we like that.
Right?
We like
Absolutely.
that. I think it works absolutely beautifully. It's an absolute joy to talk to you.
I'm so glad. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you, and thank you for being such an amazing Mr. Spock.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, how lovely, how lovely. Ah, I'm so excited. You have to go and see this movie. I can't wait till everybody can see it, and then we can all talk about it on Twitter, because I'm dying to, because there's so many twists and so many reveals, and yeah, great stuff. Fantastic. It's out on Thursday.